Hey everybody, Von here with the Vonster vlog, and welcome to day 170 of a year of yoga. So today I'm trying out a new yoga sequence that I put together, hopefully for like releasing lower back, stretching neck and shoulders. Randy and I spent a long work day today planning and constructing a mock booth setup in the majority of the downstairs of our house. So it's a freaking disaster, but I'm really stiff. I've been standing in like in odd positions all day. Like my hips they feel like they're locking up. So hopefully this will do for me what I need it to do, and hopefully it'll do for you what you need it to do. So either way, thank you for joining me here today, and let's get to it. We are going to start in a toe squat. So you can feel free to either prop your booty up or even possibly propping your knees up on blocks. So I'm going to have my knees propped up and I'm just tucking my toes underneath me and then leaning back onto them, pairing my breath with my awareness. If that's a little too strong of a posture for you, you can lean forward and kind of rock into it. Let's do one more breath here. Before I'm actually going to cross at my ankles and rock back into a cobbler pose, just bringing the soles of my feet together. Maybe give yourself a little bit of a foot rub, really squeezing and rubbing, even a little bit of brisk patting can be really nice. Just whatever you're into to kind of get the blood flowing. Maybe squeeze, and then whoa, that actually cramped. And then flex and stretch your fingers and toes. And then bring the soles of your feet together and just start wringing out that sponge, pulling the taffy of our lower back. Maybe alternating reaching forward and then dragging our fingertips back to their knee. So right hand to right knee, left hand to left knee. You could also use blocks to bring the ground up to you. As usual, looking forward can help deepen a pose. At least for me. I don't know if that does anything for y'all. And up next, I'm actually going to turn so that we're facing each other. I'm going to do Cradle Pose. So from here, sitting as though we were sitting cross-legged, I'm going to bring my right leg up. And I am just wrapping around, I don't want to be overextending my ankle joint, so keep that foot bent and flexed, and we can just bring our right leg up. And I don't quite have the reach to be able to reach around my foot, but I can still hold, because some folks will be able to like interlace their fingers and put that around their leg, but I'm not there. So I'm just going to hold above my knee and holding on to my flexed foot and pulling that in towards my chest, really feeling a nice deep stretch through my outer glute and outer thigh area. Some shifting inward and outward can help add a little bit of dynamic circulation to this. And then we can swap feet. I'm going to come back down into cobbler's pose for just a bit, shifting from side to side. And now we can bring our left foot up. Again, keeping that foot flexed to protect our ankle. and just experiment with different ways of holding this posture, because I'm trying to get a nice deep stretch into my leg, but I also want to be able to maintain an integrity of breath. It may not always be easy, but I do still want to try to get the best and deepest breaths that I can. From here, let's come back into cobbler's pose again. Holding on to my ankles while stretching through one side of my neck and the other. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to yawn. That was a good stretch. Change direction. And now from here, we are going to practice cow-faced pose, where I practice a very modified version of this, where I am just stacking my ankle over my knee and my knee over my ankle. Right leg is on top here, and I'm going to have my right arm coming up, and I'm holding on to the loop of my strap, and I'm dropping the rest of my strap down. This is quite a bit for me to try to balance in one posture, but we can try. I'm not quite able to hold on to the strap and be in a full cow face pose with my legs. So I'm going to kind of alternate focus. Right now, I'm just going to focus on the arm portion. And that's, I have my hand through the strap here behind me, and then I'm pulling down with my left arm. And then from here, I can now trade and pull up with my right arm to get a deeper stretch into my left. And as I get into the deepest part of the stretch that I can get to, I like to go there and just wiggle a little bit. So I'm doing a little bit of a shoulder circle and then change directions. Just being mindful of if there's any twingy nerve discomfort, or just seeing if how tight it is. Let's go ahead and change sides. I'm going to wrap the loop around the back of my hand and then just grab through there. And I'm going to, something that can help is I like to hold in my hand like this and then press my elbow into the strap to get it a little bit deeper. Helps me kind of lever it. This is also a great thing if you have a partner to practice yoga with, to have them stand on the strap, and then you can lean forward and get deeper into the stretch. Remember that essential breath. Let's ease ourselves out of it. Then I'm going to put the strap on the other hand and bring it around to the top. And something else that can help here, other than doing a small shoulder circle, is to stretch your neck out. One more breath here. And ease and release out of it. Oh, I have very, very tight shoulders, so that's something like that is really something that I need to practice more often. So now we already stretched out the right side a bit, so I'm going to bring my right shin parallel in front of me and then stack my left shin on top of that. And from here, we can hold on to both of our ankles if we're able to reach. Letting our breath help still our mind. And from here, we can ease ourselves back up out of it, coming back into a hands and knees position, tucking my toes under, and then pushing back again into the same toe squat we started in. We can now lean forward, roll up onto our feet, and come up into a forward fold. You can have your feet be as narrow or as wide as you like. Maybe shifting your weight from foot to foot to get a nice stretch through your hips and inner thighs. And then you can let your head and shoulders hang, just supporting. I like to bend my knees just a bit so that my abdomen can rest on my thighs. And then rolling up, one vertebrae at a time, rolling our shoulders up and back. And then the other way. Let's interlace our fingers behind our back, pressing our knuckles into our sacrum. We can bring our elbows together, and if we want, we can actually travel our knuckles down towards our tailbone and get an even deeper stretch across the front of our shoulders. This is another great opportunity to get some neck stretching in. And let's release. From here, we will do the same stretch that we were starting to do earlier. So we'll inhale, lifting our arms overhead. Let's drop our right fingertips down behind our head and grab our right elbow with our left hand. There we go. Being sure that we don't want to just poke our butt out and have like a curved back on this. If we tuck our pelvis, bend our knees a little, engage our core, this can help us to get a little bit deeper into that stretch. And we can even try to walk our fingertips farther down our spine. Gently coming up out of it. Inhale. Woo, reach your hands over your head. Exhale. Drop those left fingertips, walking them down your spine, grabbing your left elbow with your right hand. Getting nice and deep into that tricep. Oh, and coming up out of that. Oh, that's very good. Let's do a little bit of standing cat-cow where we open our chest, inhaling our arms back. Exhale, rounding our back, pressing as though we're pressing our palms away from us. Really getting a nice tilt through our pelvis on this one too. So as we're reaching forward, we tuck that pelvis under. And as we inhale, it's like we're trying to touch our tailbone and the tip of our head to the wall behind us. And I think that is all I have in me today. Thank you guys so much for coming here and hanging out. Come by again tomorrow and we'll add on more to this yoga practice. And thank you guys so much for being here. I will see y'all tomorrow. So until then, keep on keeping on. Mwah. Bye.